It's May 19th, 2025. It was being a bit slow, that was weird. Okay, so we're doing this again because we had to stop yesterday because my laptop was like wanting to explode from how hot it was getting. And yesterday I was talking about neopronouns, and there was another thing I meant to say that I forgot on that topic. Besides just like the fact that Martha Wells loves doing a bunch of pseudo-feminist things, like making her bigoted societies matriarchal instead of patriarchal, so that somehow makes it better. Okay, this is weird. We get to fight the dude yet? Yep.
Ripley, are you okay? Ripley?
Not now.
Let me see if I can resave, and then we don't have to keep doing all this all the time. Yes, I can. Xenomorph's in the vent again. Okay, so to get out the stun baton, I have to hold V, which is what I set for my change perspective thing.
Operated this facility. If you'd rather be attended by a human, please ask.
If you find this facility in a state that isn't to your liking, please let me know.
Oh, I meant to turn down the game's volume slightly so that I am louder in comparison. Oh, that's a big jump. Okay. The music is just continuous, as we established. I don't know if the game actually needs me to Hi. Actually, he could be.
And the working gentlemen working together.
Are you friendly?
for a safer and better connected
Did I attack you the last time for literally no reason? Hello. I feel bad now. You're just friendly, aren't you?
Good day.
Thanks. Xenomorph is up in vents.
We hope you'll join us for the journey.
Wrong buttons. So yeah, Xenomorph's currently sitting there. Going away now. What do you want me to do, game?
Visitors are asked to refrain from smoking.
It seems like there's someone behind you.
Ah, yeah, I know. The music is just continuous. Maybe I'm supposed to search this body. Nope.
See you tomorrow together.
Calm down, music.
What are you doing here?
Oh, why are you... Well, you were being friendly before. Rude. Actually, I'm not even going to use the stun baton. We'll just try regular attacks.
You're becoming hysterical. My turn now.
The hammer had turned invisible the first time we tried
This
this.
is the answer.
Okay, yeah, we're just supposed to use the stun baton. Can I use it, please? Thank you.
Silence.
Okay. I don't know why he was being friendly before. Unnecessary, I guess. Martha Wells is just very bad at writing and very bad at writing about oppression. Okay. I should definitely be using him.
Sat Cristobal Medical Facility recommends medical assurance only when you're far from
Okay, so it doesn't want me to be in here. What did I say about pronouns that I needed to bring up if I said anything out loud at all? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think this is going to be the part where, like, this whole place is going to get set on fire and go spinning. Look at all these flashing lights. There's that floating gun. Oh my god, I hate you. Don't do this shit in your games. Bye. Sorry, Ripley. Blame the flashing lights for being obnoxious. Hold on, let me get out. I don't even have the laptop sitting on. Okay. Anyways, the thing I needed to...
I'm inexpensive. I'm reliable. You know my face.
You're rude is what you are.
patients must supply a good number and double registration.
Okay. See if I can make more things. The mouse doesn't really seem to want to cooperate. Ooh, we now have our first flashbang. I'm sure that'll be obnoxious to use. I'm just gonna save again so we don't have to keep doing this all over again. But the one thing I wanted to mention that for relating to the neopronouns and gender in general and pronouns is that Martha Wells is constantly forcing us and her characters to assume people's genders, and because she is a bioessentialist bigot, they always assume right, because trans people don't exist in her settings. And therefore, you don't ever need to ask somebody's pronouns because somebody always just looks like their gender, because fuck trans people, including human non-binary people. So, in book 6, in publishing order, she decided to start out by pretending not to do that anymore. So book 6 is a really shitty attempt at a murder mystery that interrupts and breaks the promise that she made at the end of book 5, the first full-length, and I'm putting this in very heavy quotation marks, the first full-length novel, because it's only got to quote-unquote novel length by stuffing it to the gills with useless scenes that shouldn't be in there. So if you cut all of the useless crap out, it would be the same exact length as all of the other ones, because there's literally not enough plot to fill out however many pages are in that book. I just put it back on the bookshelf. I'm not getting it back out again. There's not enough actual plot to fill out all of those pages. But it was just shoved in there anyways as filler. That's why the characters sit around so long doing nothing but discussing what the problem is. And not even in a way that develops their characters. They're just going, oh, bad things happening. Maybe it's this bad thing. Maybe it's this bad thing. And it's all just completely fucking useless and pointless and is only in there to pad the runtime. Again, if it'll let me. But in book 6, Martha Wells starts out making a pretense that we're going to stop assuming everybody's gender. So that's shitty murder mystery that's not actually a murder mystery. They want me to run, but they have flashing lights. Oh my god. It's multicolor flashing lights, not even just one color of flashing lights. There's yellow lights and there's blue lights. Fuck you. How do you expect me to see the xenomorph? Somebody needs to make a mod for this game where they just get rid of all the fucking flashing lights. By the xenomorph again, I'm just going to fucking commit murder. So I guess I have to mark this video not fucking safe to watch if you're fucking more sensitive to flashing lights than I am, because this is bullshit. Okay, this is gonna explode and catch on fire. Now there's going to be a bunch of fire. don't know if I actually need to be pushing the mouse button right now, or... Oh, okay. Yeah, it does want me to push the mouse pressed. What? How did she even know that was there? It's a visual glitch. That's what it is. How does she know her way around here? I sure don't. Okay, that was obnoxious. Okay, we got more fire stuff
Bomb
going on.
detected. Shut it down.
Boom. I presume the xenomorph isn't gonna eat me right now. Dead body, maybe. Or just pipes. I should use medkit since I have them. If there's a xenomorph in here, there's literally nothing we can do about it.
There's a piece missing. I need to fix that.
Elevator malfunction. Repair required.
Shoot anything that moves.
Of course.
Just kill this. And now just calm down.
Game, I will kick your ass if you make me do that again. Have no quest markers, so we're just gonna follow this vent. Okay, so this is a dead end.
Tony, thank God. We got jumped. Looters.
We saw it all from security. Can you get up here?
We're trapped. Elevator's out.
Your right leg systems and synthetic storage. There's all kinds of stuff to fix it.
We don't know where to look.
What about requisitions android?
Is he insane? Peterson wants to know if you're fucking insane. Those things have started attacking people.
They're friendly unless you do something unauthorized. Talking to an android aware of it should be fine. He'll know how to fix the elevator.
Okay, Francis out. Asshole.
Should be fine. Well, I'm sure as hell not making new best friends with one of those things. Don't look at me like that. Guy had it coming.
That might be the sound of a xenomorph in the vent sneaking up behind me, but I don't think it is. Are these guys leaving yet?
Could be anywhere.
Anyways, book 6, the thing that pretends to be a murder
There's
mystery.
all kinds of noise in the vents.
Well, it's not me, guys. I'm just me. The NPCs are talking to each other. Book 6 pretends to be a murder mystery, and it's not a murder mystery, and it's also breaking the huge promise Martha Wells made at the end of Book 5, which is that we would stop with the formulaic
Only done what we had to.
Murderbot collects a human of the week, goes and does something that doesn't really fucking matter. And at the end of Book 5, she promised that things would be different, and the plot would actually start taking shape, and things would actually start progressing, both for the characters and for the world, because Murderbot was making the active decision to go off and do stuff with ART's crew, which is
No way.
with intent and purpose to free help people living in the capitalist system escape the capitalist bullshit.
We can get through this.
I don't think these guys can. Let me at least finish my damn sentence. So that's what she promised us at the end of Book 5, and then Book 6 came out, and surprise, surprise, she broke that promise. Not only is this not doing any of that, it's also set before any of the stuff in Book 5, but this book doesn't tell you that anywhere. It's not on the back cover, it's not on the inside cover, it's not in a little prologue explaining the stuff in this book takes place before Network Effect, Book 5. This is before they all left to go do that stuff. So it's like on multiple levels, she broke the promise that she made at the end of Book 5, that the next book would progress things for the series and would be the payoff everybody's waiting for, because everybody who's been reading these books wants something to happen. Everybody, no matter what it is they want to happen specifically, they want something to happen. We need character progression. We need progression for the whole overarching plot, of which there is actually zero. Martha Wells has admitted that she has literally zero plan for this series and just writes whatever comes into her head. And then it doesn't fucking matter once that book is ended. Please see Book 2, pretending for like 5 seconds to get that we're going to give a crap about Murderbot's backstory, and then immediately giving up on that and pretending it's solved even though it wasn't. And so Book 6, it doesn't tell you anywhere, there's no warning anywhere to be found that it's set before Book 5. So if you are just reading these books in the publishing order, like everybody who was reading these books when this came out, you are beyond confused and disappointed because we got that ending of book 5 telling us things were going to be different, and now all of a sudden all of the characters are just the characters. Art is not here, none of Art's crew is here, Murderbot is just back on freaking preservation, fucking around doing nothing that doesn't mean anything and shouldn't exist, and is like literally less than filler, because at least filler is entertaining, but this is not entertaining. It's so bad. And we start off, it's supposed to be a murder mystery, but there's no fucking mystery because Martha Wells doesn't know how to write a mystery. She doesn't know what a mystery is. She just thinks, well, I will literally not tell you any information at all relevant to let you figure it out, and then I will reveal it. And it doesn't fucking make any sense at all, but we're gonna pretend it does. So, being a murder quote-unquote mystery, we start off with people discovering a dead body. And for...
No way.
I'm not counting the pages. I don't want to have to go and get the book out of the bin again. I don't know how many pages. Not very long. But we start off referring to this murder victim with they-them pronouns because we don't know their identity. So we don't know what their gender identity is. And it's like, okay, fine. It took fucking long enough. And then it seems like we're gonna keep doing this until we actually learn the murder victim's identity, but you would be wrong, because Martha Wells is a bigot, and not even the power of professional editing, which is what you get when you are in a freaking traditional publishing thing, not even the power of professional editing can hide her bigotry, because we start off saying, just referring to the victim solely as they, them, because we don't know their fucking gender, because they have no identity, and they're dead. But then, abruptly, out of nowhere, for no reason at all, it's, we just suddenly start referring to this victim with he, him pronouns, for no reason. There has been no new information gained at all. We don't even hear Murderbot thinking, okay, fuck it, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these stupid fucking pronouns. I am just picking at random. Not even Murderbot thinking, well, I've decided based on the deceased's said, oh, just look at these jackasses. Deceased's body type. Well, I've decided I'm gonna start calling them he now. There's none of that. No justification. Not even a bigoted justification. There's nothing. We just abruptly start calling this murder victim by he, him pronouns. For no reason. Out of nowhere. And it's not commented upon. Because it's very clearly just the spot in the writing of the first draft where Martha Wells got fed up with pretending just for like 5 fucking minutes or whatever to not assume people's genders based on their biology, because that's what's going on here, because this murder victim wasn't a trans man or anything like that. We're just assuming he, him pronouns based on nothing, which we are forced to assume means that Murderbot assumes they are a man based on how they look. And it's like you this is a book. It's a book that gets written down and edited by professional editors. It's not like she's sitting down and telling a story live on television and any mistakes made in the moment are permanent because it's a live storytelling thing, making up things. She had to write a first draft, and then at least one person had to go over it to edit it, but nobody could even be bothered to say, hey, you forgot to keep using neutral pronouns, and there's no justification for suddenly not doing that. You want to fix that, maybe? At least give Murderbot some kind of reasoning at all for referring to the person with he, him pronouns, despite zero evidence, zero anything, and it's just
I
like...
ain't dying here. No way.
It's just so fucking ridiculous. I bet I probably have to go over there because and it's like
My friend said
it's not even laziness at this point. It's just like
we just run.
it's just terrible writing. Like, you had an editor. You can fix all this shit in editing. You could have fixed it in the second draft, if a second draft even exists. Let me climb back through the vent and go back over this way and see if there's anything to be done over here, because... But, like, that's just absurdity. Oh, flashlight batteries, which I don't even need yet. Guess we gotta wait here and see which way these guys go, because I can probably sneak that way. Unless they're just gonna stand here.
Remind me why I agreed to this contract.
Why does it sound like the elevator is moving when it's not?
Keep it together. We can get through this.
It's broken, so. I mean, I might as well save. They can't see me back here. Anything else I should comment about pronouns or anything like that that I forgot about? Yeah, oh, also, speaking of editing, I think it's book 4, it's just very funny. Because, like, these are professionally edited books. That's why, that's like the whole thing of traditional publishing. It's supposed to be held to a higher regard than indie publishing, because you get all these professional editors. But then in book 4, we get somebody say, there's...
This whole station's gone to shit.
I don't think this is hiding
Only
me
done
very
what we
well.
had to.
Let's go back this way. There's a stupid, evil ripoff of Alien setting group called Graycris. That's a company. That's Graycris. What does that Chris stand for? Who the fuck knows? Probably not even Martha Wells. It's just a stupid name that sounds like it would come out of Alien specifically, because that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. And in book 4, they are this group is mistakenly referred to as Craigris, with switching the, huh? No, it was Craigris, I'm pretty sure. They was either referred to as Craigris or Chris Gray. One of those, I'm pretty sure it was Craigris. So, switching the C and the G. And, like, this isn't a character's dialogue or specifically an inner monologue where the character is making this mistake, and it's funny because it's a thing that could happen. It's just a typo that literally nobody caught in the editing, even though they're professional editors and they're charging so much fucking money for these tiny little books that aren't even full-size novels, and you have to combine the first 4 books to get a regular novel-length story.
I ain't dying here. No way.
And also, they want to charge $80 for that, on top of demanding you subscribe to Apple TV Plus, while still pretending to be anti-capitalist. So, yeah.
We shouldn't have done that back there. I know we're hungry, but man, this feels so wrong.
Okay, got across. boss, so now we are under them.
Yeah, not mine.
Like, it's just like, so people are expected to pay.
Guy had it coming. So, what do we do now?
That's so stupid.
Hold on. Let me think.
What did you think that noise was we heard earlier?
Sounded like an explosion.
I figured that out, genius. I mean, what caused it?
Gotta be weights. I heard he's trying to kill that creature by setting traps. Remote charges, can you believe that? He's gotta be crazy.
Maybe that's the answer. I heard that Waits has some kind of safe haven up near the Galleria. We could go there.
Did you not hear what I said? Crazy fuckers blowing stuff up. No thanks.
We're running out of options.
Then shut up and let me think.
Stay awake, jackass. If we're gonna get through this, I need you alive.
How come everybody else gets to yell and not die instantly? And I can't, like, accidentally smack the wall with a hammer?
We've got to sleep soon.
B.
I can't hack much more of this.
I wish they would put subtitles on all of the dialogue.
We're not alone. Something heard the shots.
Give it a rest.
Yep, there's a xenomorph. It's coming for you guys. Which way am I supposed to be going? More stuff.
Station feels like a graveyard, huh?
Okay, all my scrap is filled.
Glad I found you guys.
Any more cool stuff in here for me to take? I'll assume that's it. Why are you guys listening? Oh, are these the bombs Waits was leaving around? And I'm just taking them off? I'm not sure if I can peek up here. Directly behind somebody, so we're not going out there. We're gonna go the other way and look at what's over there.
Remind me why I agreed to this contract.
But yeah, I paid $35 when we bought book 5. When we thought the whole series, we didn't realize at the time that it was the 5th book. We were just really highly recommended the series, and saw it at. I was gonna say, was it Barnes and Nobles or Borders? Borders is the one that doesn't even exist anymore. I always get that and Barnes and Nobles mixed up, just because they both have B names, even though Borders doesn't exist anymore. Just like, is Blockbuster still around at all?
We can get through this.
Yeah, that cost me $35, and it was made, like, specifically made to look like it has more in it than it does. So I assumed if I'm paying $35 for a book, it's going to be one of the best books I've ever read, and I'm going to want to reread it forever, and all this crap, and then it's just like, oh, so this is the only book in the entire series that's a full-length book. A full-length novel. And then all of the other, and it's not even, this one shouldn't even be a full-length novel, and the only reason it is because extra useless crap was crammed in there that doesn't fucking need to be in there. Oh, what's happening? I'm so confused. Whatever, that was confusing. You didn't see any of that. That was funny. I'm in a floor vent. I'm narrating to the person who can't see the screen. I'm in the floor vent, and there's a person in front of me and just a wall behind me, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm peeking up to look at the person who's standing in front of me, and then a xenomorph just pops up out of nowhere and just grabs me, and then like I just fall back into the thing, and I'm dead. It was really weird. But now we know where to go. I don't know where the heck that xenomorph came from, or why the person in front of me didn't notice. That's an insult to Bleach.
Has to be done, I guess, but
Yeah.
it was your idea, not mine.
Yeah, the stuff in book 5.
I know we're hungry.
If I didn't mention, I am just referring to them by book number because 90% of people in this fandom cannot tell the books apart, besides maybe the first one, if you refer to them by title, and that's because the titles are completely fucking meaningless.
What do we do now?
They could.
Let me think.
What did you think
They
that noise
could.
was we heard earlier?
Sounded like an explosion.
I figured that out, genius.
They're
What
meaningless.
caused it?
They are chosen purely
I heard he's
because
trying to kill that
they
creature
sound
by setting
sci-fi
traps.
and
Remote
cool, and
charges,
that's
can
why
you
they were
believe
picked,
that?
and they have
He's gotta be
nothing
crazy.
to do with
Maybe that's
anything
the
that
answer.
happens in
I
them.
heard that Waits has some kind of
I can tell you
safe haven up near
network
the
effects.
Galleria.
I can tell
We
you
could go
fugitive
there.
telemetry.
Hear what I said?
And unless you have
Crazy fuckers
put
blowing
in
stuff up.
so
No
much,
thanks.
so
We're
much
running out of
extra effort
options.
to force
shut up
yourself
and
to
let me think.
remember the difference between those two, 90% of the people in this fandom are not going to know which books I'm talking about. And it's very funny. You can look at the reviews on Goodreads. A lot of people, including people who enjoy the series and have nothing but praise to say, will even admit, I literally can't remember a single thing that happens in any of these books as soon as I put the book down. I'm sure that's not a bad thing, though.
Something heard the shots.
It's like they're joking about it, but like they're also acknowledging it. Like, yeah, they literally can't remember the fucking plot of these books
Too good to be true.
the second they close the book because they're so shallow and badly written. Also, I will assume here that the xenomorph did that. Like,
First
where
thing
the
you hear
fuck
is all kinds of
there's
noise
not
in the
even anywhere
vents.
that it could have come from, because there's just a ladder there that Alright. I'm assuming that every now and then, when I have saved a game and have just wandered around doing something, the xenomorph will just come out of nowhere and just kill me, just to keep me on my toes. I'm not trying to close the lid. Let me climb out. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what's going on. Like, if you just don't die in a long time, the xenomorph, if you've saved recently, the xenomorph will just come and kill you. Just to keep things interesting.
Remind me why I agreed to this contract.
Still don't get a map marker pointing me in a direction, so we'll just go this way. It was a funny looking death though, because like, why did it just drop me? Also, I like these little protective corners they got on their boxes.
No way.
Where do you get cardboard from in space? I have not needed to use ethanol for anything yet. Where'd my mouse go? We built a pipe bomb! Yay! Can we build another one? Oh, yeah, ethanol. Finally got to use some.
Stay awake, jackass. If we're gonna get through this, I need you alive.
Okay, now we can get that ethanol. Like, that is a funny mechanic, and I enjoy that. The xenomorph will just come kill you if you haven't accomplished anything since you saved in a certain amount of time, presumably. Is anything
Station
next
feels
there?
like a graveyard, huh?
I heard a save thing, I think. Or maybe I'm just above the elevator now. Oh, nope. Here it is. Does this mean there's a vent? I bet the xenomorph's gonna knock that out, unless it's a light. Okay, I'm just gonna end this video so my laptop cannot get as hot as it did last time. So bye-bye.